Hi, good morning. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima. I'm reporting live from Lagos, Nigeria. How are you doing this beautiful Monday morning? The weather is climate over here in Lagos. Beautiful. Everything is going on just well. Welcome to a new week. How are you, my people? Uh, I know I missed you guys. I hope it's the same with you guys. Okay, welcome to today's broadcast. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family across the globe. I hope the week has started off on a good note for you. I'd like to know what's happening. What's happening? Yes, in the comment section you have the link if you'd like to join. I know you'd like to join the broadcast. All right, guys. So the link has been posted. Just click on it and you'll be right here with me. Whew. All right, guys, we have quite some interesting news in the headlines. The headlines, yes. Okay, please, do the needful, share, invite someone to this broadcast. Let's begin by liking the broadcast, please. Just take out a minute, no, a second to like the broadcast, share, and quickly invite someone to join this broadcast. Guys, in the comment section to the right, you have the dollar sign. Just click on it and support us. Your donation goes a long way for us to run smooth broadcasts. Thank you very much. Okay, what's happening in the comment section? Hi, Johnson Emmanuel. How are you doing? Good morning to you too. How are you doing? What's happening at your end? Thank you for joining today's broadcast and welcome to today's broadcast. Oh yes, Father Evangelist, man of God. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing? Thank you for your comments. I see your comments. Thank you very much. Osagobo. Hi, Osagobo. Good morning to you too. How you doing? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, Osagobo? Happy New Week to you. Yes, Happy New Week to everyone. And cheers to life. Cheers to life, guys. Cheers to life. Thank you for being here. I don't like to watch. Hi, how you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning and welcome to this broadcast. Mommy Diaspora. Hi, Mama. How you doing? Good morning to you. Welcome to this broadcast. Thank you for being here, Mama. Thank you. All right. What else do we have here? Guys, please let's observe all protocols on here. Like the broadcast, share, invite someone. Uh, Please use filtered words here. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Johnson, yes. Yes, I'm well too. Thank you. I'm very well. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Mary Kimade, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Guys, come on in. I'm about to start. So I want to personally say good morning to each and every one of you. Well, as many as I can before I begin. So yes, come on in before I begin. All right, Merrick, I hope you had a good weekend. Say something, Merrick. Don't just say good morning and disappear. Say something else. I hope you had a good weekend, Merrick Made. Welcome to this broadcast. Cheers to life. Cheers to life. Good to have you here. All right, ready, set that. There you have the link. If you'd like to join the broadcast, please do the needful by clicking on the link, and you'll be right here. All right, then, shall we begin? Our first paper is The Punch. 570, 578-day strikes. Angry lecturers dumping varsities as to lament. And on the riders, we have government's shoddy treatment pushing lecturers out of varsity system. And this is from ASU President. 70% of bright, promising young lecturers leaving Nigeria, says Unilag Associate. Federal government to pay varsities management 170 billion naira earned allowances and others. That is to say, the things that they have been clamoring for. The federal government has agreed, So yay! We look forward to that says that the strike will be called off soon, but let's hope that another drama does not ensue. Military ends siege to Somali hotel, 21 dead. I watched this yesterday and I was like, please, I hope we don't get to this. I hope we don't get to this place, but that looks really, 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 really terrible. Looks like a terrible situation. 11 trillion, or excuse me, I would like to read that right. 1 trillion naira spent on steel imports. Ajaokuta takes 21 billion naira. Ajaokuta again. Undisbursed loans push Nigeria's World Bank debt to $21 billion. FG concludes takeover of four discos. $418 million. Malami has abandoned AGF role, says NGF. Many CSO are PDP members in disguise. And that's from KMO. Here we have Ikoyi building subscribers sue Lagos seeks compensation. Black markets Black marketer's wife, children die in Lagos explosion. 353 Kirikiri inmates on death row, says NCOS. All right. I'll take a few stories here. Okay, let's start with the FG concludes takeover of four discos. You guys remember how we moved from PHCN before this sector got privatized, right? And now, with what is happening with the electricity, so to say, with the power in the country, the federal government has moved to reclaim these discos, and yeah, well, if they're saying, if as at the time that it was government owned, and it was run by the government, and now that it's being privatized with all the money that is being paid into this discourse. Yet our power supply, our megawatts, we should have, according to what is in the papers, that we should be looking at 40,000, but we are still struggling with 3,500. We are not even at 5,000 that is being promised every now and then. So the federal government has moved to reclaim this discourse, and they are doing that in bits and in trickles, and they are yet to conclude on four of the discos. Okay, now this Paris refund is really causing, well, Net Woko yesterday came out to make claims that the governors were giving money. I'm trying to whisper. The governors were giving money to support elections in their states. About about 100. No, let me not give out the figures. I'm not certain of. Well, but it looks like Ned Woko went on to open a can of worm. And yeah, I think this Paris reform is something that we Nigerians should look into. I think we should look into it. And we have, okay, 353 Kirikiri inmates on death row. SCOS has come out to say these people have been on death row for quite some time. These people comprise of, ritualists, some people that stole, some that got involved in baby trafficking, selling of children. They comprise of all of this set of people, and they've come out to say these people are, if they're on death row, the execution should be happening already, because it costs a lot feeding these people that are already on death row, and that the government should, give timelines to these things and not just be giving judgments and there are no timelines. And then we have this other story. There's a black marketer. Sadly, he doesn't even have his family. His family does not even stay with him. But they came to visit this time, and you know what it means to be a black marketer. People that sell black market of fuel, diesel. This Well, there was an explosion at his house. He was sitting outside with his wife while there was an explosion, while the wife ran in to go get the children. Unfortunately for her, she didn't make it out alive with the children. He himself got badly burnt and is currently receiving treatment. But that's a loss. And when they ask neighbors that, are you guys not aware of this? I said they are all aware. There are some things that we just carelessly overlook in our neighborhood. How can you be living with somebody? I mean, these things, explosion is just a click away. A neighbor says even the people on the streets they patronize this guy. Is known for things like this. So when there is shortage or when there is scarcity, it's like their go-to person. So it's not like something that was hidden. The his environment, they were aware of it. These are the kind of risks that we should not be taking. It doesn't make you a bad person if you call them out or report them to authorities. It doesn't make you a bad person. If you have anyone around you, please don't take chances anymore. Don't take chances anymore. I mean, these things are just in containers and they just leave them there. And these are people who stays mostly in apartments like face me, I face you, right? Yeah, I hope you understand what that means. And you have people around, your kitchen is just close to there, the toilet, everything is all out there. So you have children moving about unsupervised. There are some risks that we shouldn't take. It doesn't make us a bad person if we do the needful. Now, the Ikoyi building, you know that Lagos State, if a building collapse, the government takes over that building. Now, the people who had paid in, who had invested in, who had transacted business, who had a space and all of that, and they're saying if governments are going to take over the land, then government should compensate them. Now that's because um, the building was vetted by an organization vetted from the government, like from the government. We can just say that the building was okayed. The construction, the blueprint was okayed by the government. I mean, because before you build on a land, there's a body that oversees it, and that body is under the government. So it's a negligence on the government. So you cannot okay a building, and when this building collapse, you come to claim the building. And I say that government cannot profit from their own negligence. Well, it's a good thing that they are dealing with literates this time around. I mean, that is how we should be. How did they erect this building to this point? And you say that you people are not aware that the building is going up without you okaying the structure and all of that. And now these people have taken the Lagos State government to court and say you cannot benefit from your own failure. This was an oversight from the people in charge of okaying buildings, and they are saying governments would have to compensate them. So now let's see if that case will fly, as it is already in the courts. All right, we've taken. Okay, so as for the the ASU president, the ASU chairman, has come out to say that some of these lecturers are coming out to say that they are, traveling for this, for that, and then they go and they don't have plans to come back. And we know that this is not the only profession that are seeing such exodus of their professionals. Even in the tech industry, a little wonder why we are having strong issues. We are having issues doing transfer from our local banks. Yes, serious issues. Now you have to go to the bank, or you need to have the app. All those easy access, those codes, they're no longer there. Although when you go to the bank, they'll tell you, "Oh, we're having a network problem." They've not come out to tell us that this is why, because our tech teams, they are all. I mean, one bank lost over 100 staff. That's a lot, and we are feeling it. The impact is felt here. We are having exodus of doctors. Doctors are moving now. Our lecturers and also are coming out to tell the government that you have to hasten up with your plans. You have to redeem. You have to do what you have to do quickly, because the doctors are leaving the lecturers, these bright young ones, especially, of course, especially the young ones. They are moving. These ones are not patriotic like their fathers. Oh. These ones are moving quickly with their family. I mean, a young man that is in a family would want to fend for his family. And if the the uh, the country is not going to give them that thing, they're moving on to greener pastures. We are experiencing this in many other sectors aside from um, just the doctors nowadays and the tech. And these are important organizations. And now look at, as these people are living, we are feeling it. We are feeling it. All right, guys, we'll move to the next paper, and that's Daily Trust. Okay, monkeypox cases rise spread to 26 states. FCC. You guys, you can see the picture. I don't know if you don't know what monkeypox is, but there's a picture of a hand there. That is what it looks like. It is awful. We need to observe all health protocols on this one. It is rising. You can see the statistics. Everything is right there on the front page of. It's good that they have this as their headline because it is important. We need to raise so much awareness on this. Confirmed cases highest in 6 years. Experts have on precautionary measures, guys. Please, you just have to. NCDC raises surveillance as states trace contacts. Lassa fever kills 168 in 25 states in 8 months. So there's monkeypox, there's Lassa fever. You guys know that doctors are not. You guys should please observe all measures. Please observe all measures. School children still in captivity. Federal government college Beni Yajiri, 431 days. Goodness gracious. Bethel Baptist High School, Kujama, 414 days. Now, these are two different incidents. These are two different incidents. Banditry kingpin Bello Toji has embraced peace, and that's from Zamfara government. Despite CBN warning, banks rejecting lower dollar bills. 2023, INEC insists on e-transmission of results. 6 wedding guests, 4 Reverend sisters kidnapped in Kaduna and in Imo State. All right. Okay. So over the weekend, I think just about yesterday, there were speculations, or I don't know if it was misinterpretations. But when it comes to INEC, when it comes to this 2023 election, people are very passionate. So they don't want to hear that there is any. We have a plan, right? We have a dream. Let's all just follow through. Nobody wants to hear that this happened or that happened. Well, apparently, INEC, the spokesperson, was taken for. It was misinterpreted when he said that results will be collected manually against against what we thought was going to happen. But that even furthermore goes to say that when you get something from the news, please do your own findings. Take out time to read what that article is saying. INEC especially saying that they have everything on their website. So when you get any information, before dragging them and calling them out, that you should please take out time. That was actually a special appeal. And yes, even to the media houses too. Take out time, go study it, and know what it entails. They say that they are not out of line. They are not out of line with what they said. That results will still be collected automatically. The transmission is still there, but they gave a breakdown. So please, if you want to continue on that, kindly check out their platform. Our last paper for today is Daily Sun. Confusion, shock over INEC manual results collation notice. IPAC, CSO, Otome, TMG, others want commission. I tell you, everybody have come. Everybody, people just flew, just ran with the story and dragging INEC and say, "What are you saying? What do you mean by results to be collected manually?" So what happens to all of that? We will transmit results electronically, and that's from INEC. IPOB blast Mieti Allah for linking Peter Obi to group's struggle. Paris Club refrained. NFG faults Nwoko, accuses him of blatant lies, says court will determine veracity of consultants' claims. Settlement over unearned salaries. CSOs vow to mobilize against ASU. Topolo, Ijo youth warn Arewa counterpart over inflammatory comments. NDLEA intercept 2.3 million tabs of opioids going to 7 northern states. Kaduna, terrorist warlords go into farming, hire locals as laborers. Aggrieved APC presidential aspirant senators revolt. All right. NDLA intercept 2.3 million tabs of opioids going to 7 northern states. I don't know who is doing this to our youth. Over there, there's this one called Mire something happening right there. And I think Imo State, Anambra State, and it's doing a whole lot of damage to these people. And now there is this one, 2.3 million. That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. I don't know how did this. Please, you guys need to take it. You guys need to take it easy out there. You guys need to take it easy out there. Okay. What other stories here to take? Kaduna. Sometime last week or 2 weeks back, we took the story of how these bandits they've occupied some parts of Kaduna. They have their flags. They see to the affairs of the communities. They get involved in officiating marriages. They're now living like it's a norm. So reports, the Sun, according to Daily Sun, they come out to say that there's this part of town in Kaduna that terrorists have taken over the lands, the farms of these people, and they now get involved in farming. That is to say that okay, now these laborers that they've employed, some are ex-farmers, or no, some, yes, they used to own their own land, but their land has been seized and they don't have the money to go and reclaim their land. And for sake of you know providing for themselves, their families, they have to take on this job, becoming laborers. Oh goodness gracious. So if there are chances that the owner of that farmland is working as a laborer to these bandits, and nothing, it doesn't look like there is democracy in that part of the state or in that part of the country. This is this is this is rather very. Good morning to my panelists, Mr. Chris George and Mr. Charles. How you doing? Mr. Chris George, good to have you here. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. We are still in the night, but good morning.
All right, Mr. Chris George, thank you for being here. Let's catch your reaction to this with what is currently going on in Kaduna State.
Kaduna, can you recap me on that?
Yes, I just talked about it now. I said bandits, bandit warlords, they've gone into farming. They are now into farming. And some of these lands were taken over. I mean, of course, you do not see a bandit paying somebody to take charge of their land. These are lands that they forcefully collected from locals. Now they are farming there, and they've even employed the locals, the community people, to work as laborers. And some of them are people who don't, whose farm were seized and were asked to, pay some money before they can get their farmland. Of course, these people don't have the money to pay, not now, but they've gone ahead to work for the bandits on their farms as farmers.
Okay, I understand it well. You see, sometimes what is happening in Africa is very painful. It's very painful a lot, and our leader doesn't care what is happening in Africa. Uh, it's very so painful that what you own, somebody forcefully taking it away and employ you as a rebel, which means another colonization have begun with your own people, with the same race we have, because of failure of the government, failure of the leadership we have. In Nigeria, you can see such thing, and the bandit will still rewarded. What I read in Sahara report today that a bandit warlord called Tunji, deputy government of Zafara says is hailing him for repentance. And people in the comment section are saying, what of those he made fatherless? What of those the family he rendered? What of those he rendered widow? What of the family caused disasters? Only in Nigeria can say such a thing. Because of failure of leadership, we don't have a good leaders. Sometimes those boys that are doing killing, when you speak into the intelligence and you can catch one of two things up, ask them, why are you doing this? Because a bandit interviewed by BBC and Trust TV, the for no reasoning. They say because of failure of the leadership. Must we kill people because of the leadership? The answer is no. But in
Mr. Chris George. Okay, Mr.
can you
Chris
hear
George. I'm
me?
sorry, me, I can't. Mr. Chris George.
Okay, okay. I'm
Okay, I
here.
can hear
I'm
you now.
here.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Please wrap up your submission.
Okay. What is happening in Kaduna? Not only in Kaduna, Imo State, around the Nigeria is terrible. What is happening is unacceptable. This is, are we turning Afghanistan or Syria? Are we turning Afghanistan, where Taliban took over government and they discharged the girls out of the school? And the night the girls their right? This is what exactly happening in Nigeria. State of anarchy. It's very too abhorrent. Only in Africa you can see such a thing.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Mr. Chris George. Good to have you on the broadcast today. Thank you. Mr. Charles, good day to you, Mr. Charles. How you doing?
I'm very well, Mrs. Emma. How are you today? And good evening from here.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Charles, and I'm doing very well, thank you. Let's catch your reaction on what is happening in Kaduna State. Bandits, warlords are now even they are now employers of labor on people that they are terrorizing, and the
I
government have not even swung into action already.
I wonder why you guys are still. Sometimes I ask myself so many questions about even we Nigerians. Where is our brain? Or have we been? I don't know. What we used to just qualify we Nigerians. We see a well planned agenda playing out, and we are still asking too many questions. We are still asking questions that has no answer, and nobody will answer us. They are talking bandit, buying lands, and they now people's farm, and they employing them now. The owners of land become laborers in their farm, working for bandits. Asking these questions, knowing very well that this is a planned agenda that are playing out today. But who will fight them? Buhari or Erufai? Eh? That are that their plan is to take over Nigeria. Who will fight them? I wonder. Sometimes I get tired of talking about all this because I don't know when this will stop. All I'm praying to God is that let there be election in 2023 because with what is happening in Nigeria, I have not seen election. I am not at all. I watched a clip. I think 2 days ago, where in that clip they say most of the this numbers of voters registration that INEC is telling us that Nigerians did Nigeria. Yeah, Some Nigerians register, but most of them are in Niger Republic. Where they are registering people, they will use them. These people will vote from Niger Republic. And we're here talking, every day talking insecurity. Who are these people that are causing insecurity in Nigeria? Who are they? Since this thing started, have this government persecuted any of them? The military will do all their best to capture any of them. At the end of the day, what happened? Where a kingpin of bandit was this thing given a chieftain's title, and the police they know. But Boko Haram will kill, rape, chase people out of their home. People become homeless, fatherless, motherless. At the end of the day, the same Boko Haram will be captured, and the government will forgive them. The people that they have rendered homeless and motherless and fatherless, nothing happens to them. And we are talking every day, discussing bandit. When the government in power is the bandit. The government in power is the terrorist. The government is everything that is happening in Nigeria. We are talking about all this. Honestly, I don't know what else to say about all this, because those who came at the beginning to tell Nigerians before all this thing happened, to tell Nigerians that this is how what will happen. The whole Nigerian turned against him. Today he is languishing in jail because he speaks the truth.
All right. Thank you for your submission, Mr. Charles. I'm moving to some other person now. Hello, Mr. Lego. It's good to have you on this broadcast. How you doing?
Thank you. Good to thank you, Emma. Good morning, good afternoon, my fellow Nigerians.
All right, Mr. Let Go. Have you been following, or you'd like a recap?
I've been listening.
Okay, let's get your reaction then.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much again. Before I start, I will just recap a few things. First of all, I will tell my fellow Nigerians that are watching, that are listening, that may watch this later, to know it that Nigeria is in a bad shape. The reason why I say that is, in 7 years of APC, our local flight is now costing us, going from Lagos to Abuja, or from Abuja to Enugu, or from Enugu to Kaduna, wherever you are going, is now costing you going and coming of about 250,000 for the first time in 7 years in our history. And today, international airlines, many are suspending their flights from Nigeria. It is so bad that this government don't want us to travel by road. They don't want us to travel by rail. They don't want us to travel by air. This is the situation Nigeria will find ourselves. They are blocking us everywhere, every corner. Anywhere we can get a breathing space, this government makes sure that they block Nigerians. So this is so bad. This is so bad. Our schools are shut down for almost 7 months now. Our children are not in school, and nothing has been done about that. Our doctors are threatening to go on strike. They are living in numbers, and nothing is done. Our electricity supplies, they shut down the other day, and they are threatening to shut down again, and nothing is being done. This is so sad. A dollar is, as of yesterday, a dollar is about 678 naira in Nigeria. The inflation in Nigeria is 19.4% today. So a country that has all this is not functioning. Nigeria is not functioning. Our leaders know the truth, and the truth is open, and they are buying our futures with money. The same people that are saying, I'm tired, I don't want to vote for this, the same market women that are complaining of things being hard, are still the same people that collect money, and they are supporting this government. In the market, they'll be complaining. In their house, they'll be shouting APC. So, I don't know where we are going. I just want Nigerians to know this, because the worst is coming if nothing is being done. Everybody should know it. It will hit everybody. You that are supporting the bad government, you that are preaching APC, PDP, you that are preaching that Nigeria is working, it will get to everybody. Nobody will be exception. Thank you. So going back for the discussion, yes, insecurity in Nigeria today. Buhari said it. He said, I belong to everybody. Remember this, the day of his inauguration. He said, I belong to everybody. I belong to nobody. He said this clear. He said it, he will make Jonathan administration ungovernable. Nigeria should not forget this. He cried in the national television. Buhari cried that he will make Jonathan administration ungovernable, in which he did by introducing Boko Haram, by equipping these people. And now they can no longer control them. They can no longer pay them. He have not fulfilled what they agreed. We have watched the documentary on how this Boko Haram is telling Nigerians that this administration had not fulfilled what they promised them. And we don't know what.
All right. Please, if you can hear me, please say something so I know that I'm heard.
Ima, I can hear you.
Oh, great, Kachi. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kachi. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Yes, you know that I had a technical issue there. Thank you. I'm back now. So thank you for holding the fort. Mommy Diaspora, thank you. I see your message right there. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Let Go, were you done with your submission? Mr. Let Go, okay. Mr. Chris George, you've given your submission. So, Mr. Chooks, are you here?
Yes. Good morning.
Okay, Mr. Chooks. Oh, thank you very much. Did you give your submission already?
No, I just I just joined while Mr. Let's Go was speaking before the breakdown in transmission.
Okay. Thank you for waiting. Thank you, each and every one of you in the comment section on here watching live. Thank you. I had a little technical issues. And Kachi, thank you for coming right in. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Chooks, are you familiar with the topic or you'd like a recap?
If you don't mind, can recap me,
No,
please?
I don't mind. I think I owe each and every one of you one, so I really don't mind right now. All right. So in Kaduna, Daily Sun reported that a terrorist warlord has taken over a community that's so much that he has gone into farming and he has employed the community members as laborers. Now, these laborers consist of some people that their farm were taken from them and were asked to pay a certain amount for ransom for them to release their farmland. And they've not had job, they've not been able to provide for their families. So some are forced to come and work for these people. and then other people. The laborers consist of so many people, and this appalling thing is happening right here in Nigeria, and the government of Kaduna, the El-Rufai doesn't seem to doesn't seem to be able to man his own state. I mean, we know El-Rufai to be that outspoken, to have such closeness with the president, and he has such a say. But I mean, you would think he would be such an influence in his own state, but it looks like he has failed terribly as a governor in Kaduna State. Now, what's your reaction to this?
Okay, thank you once again. The problem we have in Nigeria is, economizing the truth. I say we are looking at all these things as a child's play. This is a consuming circumstance, and we Nigerians, like I said, we are economizing the truth. When a terrorist or people doing the wrong thing, and we as individuals, we as communities, we cannot stand up and say it as it is. This is the thing that we've been suffering. This is the clear consequence of economizing the truth. How can we tell ourselves that we belong to a particular tribe or the other tribe, and when something is happening within that tribe, we will not speak out? Rather, we will lie. We belong to a different religion, or we belong to a different ethnicity. I mean, this is the case of, last time El-Rufai came on social media to tweet, and this is something happening in his backyard, and we are discussing this. Everybody, the TVs, they are discussing it, discussing El-Rufai's Twitter rather than discussing the issue that his state is facing. And this is the beginning of our failure. And I say it without apology to every Nigerian. We are the root cause of all this. We cannot, I mean, I'm not saying about Kaduna alone. I'm saying it wherever we find problem in Nigeria. We are the cause of that problem. Because from, where I'm living today, how communities work, how things work, is you see what is going wrong in your community, you speak out. That is how you secure your community. We are blaming the government, blaming everybody. But I'm saying it today, individually, each and every one of us contributed to this problem. I can see my neighbor, that my neighbor is not a Nigerian, and I keep quiet. What am I expecting? Somebody who is not a Nigerian will not be afraid to hurt a Nigerian. He will not be afraid to commit crime. I live in another man's country, and it's exactly the same thing. If I have the chance to commit crime here today, I won't think about any consequence. If not the consequence of what will happen to me, how the community will take me, I will not, if it is just government alone, because I know they are very far from me, it will be difficult for them to catch me. This is the actual thing we are suffering today. All these people committing this thing. They commit, okay, the warlord we are talking about today, he might be a Nigerian, but he uses the foreigners as his foot soldiers to intimidate his fellow Nigerians. We see it. Look at Chinese companies. When they set their foot on Nigeria, they recruit us, treat us the way they want, and nobody is speaking up. Even when you stand to speak up, you will be silenced straight away. So I'm not seeing I'm not seeing anything we're gonna do to change this thing, except we go back to the drawing board and start to tell ourselves the simple truth, because we are seeing it. Emma, I pray it will not get to that stage, but there will come a stage, right? Nobody will be safe, no matter who you are. The street will be too hot for everybody. The homes, the house, everybody, no matter where you are, it will be too hot. We will not be in a war. No. Nigeria will not be in a war. But you see this that is happening, right? There will come a time in your own backyard, in my own backyard, the same thing will be happening and nothing will happen except we change our attitude. It's real scary. The previous speaker said he's afraid if the election will hold. I am much more afraid than him, because I've been saying it for a while. You don't ask my sister, my brother, my mother, my father to come and hold the election. I mean, to be one of the workers that day, because the main point is, who is gonna be out there? Who is gonna put his life online? Who to conduct this election? So this is the case of we start speaking as if we should. Let's not, you see, when we are tribalizing all these things, it will get to the turn of everybody. We are keeping quiet these days. We've been keeping, in fact, Nigeria has been keeping quiet. We have been keeping quiet. Why? Because it is not my tribe. It is not my family. It can happen to them. It doesn't concern me. But I assure everyone, it will get to everybody's turn. Today it might be Fulanis. Today it might be Hausas. Today it might be Igbos. Tomorrow it might be Yorubas. Tomorrow it will be Jaws and everybody. Because when it happens to one, we keep quiet. When they succeed in dealing with those ones, then we come to the next one. And because already they would have put in fear in everybody. Because once fear take over, there's nothing anybody can do. All we got to do is keep quiet, let them do their thing and get away. And this is what is going on with the warlords today. The villagers can't talk no more. Because initially when the warlords came, they come with goodies. They come with goodies. Employ them, pay them more than the amount anybody can pay them. So they were enjoying it. They were enslaving them. But they don't know that. Today, maybe me and you are hearing this because they have taken over. They have taken over. I remember me, traveling down for holidays while I was in school. When I go to Onitsha then, there was nothing like Agberus. All of a sudden, if we're coming back again, they're helping us, taking our bags, putting it in the what is it called, in the buses. Once they ask you, the only thing they ask you is, where are you going? You say, they just grab your bag. We were enjoying it, thinking that this is good. But at a certain time, you come up there. You know how the Agberos behave. You come up there, they even take your bag, telling you have to enter this vehicle, or they beat you up, whether you like it or not. So this is the case of these same warlords. When they come in, they will come with goodies, and everybody will shush. Not that they don't know. They knew what the action was. They knew the action was evil. But because of what they're getting, and probably they speak the same language, they accommodated them, thinking that they are doing good to themselves, or they are doing bad to the rest of Nigerians. What I'm saying today is, if we start today by telling ourselves the truth, it might save us. But if we continue to lie to ourselves, if we continue to lie to ourselves, thinking about ethnic line, religious lines, where we end up. Nobody will stop that. You see all these things everybody is talking, giving us hope. Except we make the right decisions. Except we make the right decisions, all of us will be consumed. I promise every Nigerian this, because we cannot hide on ethnicity or religious and thinking we are doing the right thing. Look at this. Nigeria, we call ourselves a secular state, and we have two main laws operating in one country. If we don't know the extent of these things, everybody who is thinking that Nigeria is safe or Nigeria is doing well or Nigeria, nothing will gonna happen, that person is just lying to themselves. Because the NSAS, you see the NSAS says everything Nigeria is. NSAS says everything Nigeria is. But till today, we keep denying it. We keep denying it. He made it clear that the South are separate, the North are separate. We have two countries. We have two laws. Today, if Nigeria goes by region and we stay one country, the Yorubas knows how to hold their leaders accountable. The Ijos knows how to hold their leaders accountable. The Igbos knows. The Hausas knows. But in order for them to escape, they keep saying, oh, let's keep it one. Let's keep it unitary. So that no one of them could be held accountable. That's the thing. And this is why when people say, hey, let's find a way, let's talk. People are talking. People are shouting. How can the country be good when the people who says they want to lead you, they come up, you ask them, how do you make your money? He said, it doesn't concern anybody. You shouldn't ask me that sort of question. I watched on television the other day, somebody came up to speak about Tinubu, and they were asking him, I don't know what he is to him, but it's one of his campaign manager or whatever. They asked him, how did he make his money? And he has the effrontery, the arrogance to say it doesn't concern nobody. We should be speaking how to get there, not what is in the past. And this is the kind of things they want us to see. This is the kind of things they want us to listen to. And tomorrow we will come up here and say, oh, we are one Nigeria. No, we should speak the truth as it is. It doesn't matter whose corner it is. So I think I'm going to anchor it here because, when we speak about Nigeria, it's always emotional. It's always. And, when I come up here, when people are emotional, I understand why they are emotional, because what is happening in that country is not supposed to be what each, and especially these days that everybody is technologically inclined. You can be here and know what is happening in your village. And yet people continue to lie to us. And we are accepting it with whole heart. Thank you, Ima, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Chooks. That sounded like you had a whole lot of uploading to do. Thank you for that submission. I really hope it doesn't get to that point. I quite agree with your submission, because I read earlier today of a black marketer who kept products in his house. Unfortunately for him, the day his family would come visiting was the day that there was an explosion. He lost his family, lost his wife and his children to that. He is in the hospital receiving treatment. So I think we need to yes, we need to be accountable, and we need to take care of Nigeria as we take care of our own personal life. I mean, we are here, as you rightly said, when those thugs, those touts, the Agberos, when they started out as some they started out as some, like a help, or like an errand. They started out as messengers, and now they're the ones terrorizing marketplaces. Yeah, really, we should be accountable. We should be more responsible in what we allow to happen in that happens here. It is not just the job of government to look after their affairs. You and I, because before it will get to where, as you said, government is far. Before they will call police and or other things, you think of what will be done to you by these people. That's really, thank you for that submission, Mr. Chooks. Thank you for that. All right, Mr. Collins, good to have you on this broadcast.
Good morning, my lovely sister Emma, and happy new week.
Happy New Week, Mr. Collins. How you doing?
God is great. I thank God. I thank
Oh,
God.
great.
How is family?
Oh, good, 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 good. Thank you for being here once again. We are talking about, I think the topic has even changed today. Okay, so we're talking about Kaduna. Yes, in Kaduna State, there is a particular state. Okay, it's in the news today that a particular terrorist warlord, he has ventured into farming, and he has hired local laborers. Now, some of these laborers are some of the men that their farms were seized by this terrorist group. Those ones that don't, there are some that were seized. That one is not negotiable, it is gone. While some are asked for ransom before their farmlands is released to them. This some they don't have the money to pay for ransom. They are part of the laborers that are being employed by this terrorist group to work on their farmlands. So I'm even looking at the nearest future, or looking at instances where produce from the farms of this terrorist group is what will be shipped to other places in Nigeria. So we are now going to go into business. Goodness. And don't forget that farmers are not even, and they can't even approach their land because of the insecurity and all that. Now it is terrorists that are now having farmlands. I mean, farmlands, of course, the produce for farmlands are food, and the food will be sold out. Will they eat everything? I'm sure they might even want to go into large scale. Oh, goodness gracious. Mr. Collins, that's what is happening in Kaduna State. I want your reaction to this.
My sister Emma. Honestly, I had the news because I was following up with the news, and so I read it on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter, then I went to go through it to try to study what is really happening. Then, and not only that, the man is farming on their family, the man is being celebrated. He's being celebrated. So it's for me. It's a shame the country we find ourselves, and the only sin that those people who own that farm work, the only sin they committed on this planet is because they're from Nigeria. It's because they're from Nigeria. That is the only sin I can know that they committed, because they are from Nigeria. Because there is no place that such a thing will happen and people will still be living under the earth, and people will still be going out and coming in. There's so many things you hear in Nigeria. You begin to ask yourself, is these people really, is the government really functioning, or is the people inside Nigeria really functioning? Because there's some certain things you hear, you kind of ask yourself, are we still in maybe 200 years ago, or are we still in 400 years ago? So you can't ask yourself that questions, because those, even during the Roman Empire, such a thing don't even happen. At least they'll find a way to negotiate with you. Maybe if you now begin to maybe fail to analyze, agree with them, they may be able to do something. But looking at what is happening in that area, I think the government have fed the citizens of Kaduna, most of the northern state, the government have fed them, and the leaders. And then what baffles me, they will still see some people in that area will still clamoring, shouting for them. They will still be shouting for them. That is the situation we find ourselves. And I ask myself, if only for me, if you left for me alone, I think Nigeria would be a better place if you ask me, because I won't vote for anybody. As in, before I vote for you, you have to do something to convince me for me to vote for you. And if every Nigeria can just have this mentality, this idea, trust me, Nigeria will be a better place. Just that at the end of the day, people will still go back for these people. So that man, and this news now, DSS have this news. Nigeria Army have this news, police have this news. They know where this man is. They know particular exactly where these things is happening now. They know the area now. They know the whole thing. But nobody's going to arrest that man. Nobody is going to arrest him. Nobody will arrest him. If instead of arresting that man, they will keep praising the man. The next thing you see on television now, the next person watch me now, mark this word now. In the next, maybe this week, they will invite Gumi. I don't know his name. They will invite him on television and say he should analyze about the man. Imagine when people, I mean, sometimes I begin to ask myself, what is channels and the Arise TV, what are they smoking? They bring a terrorist on television. Somebody that is, this person is purely a terrorist. You can't even arrest this man. You can't even do anything. You bring the man to come and analyze something to Nigeria, come and encourage Nigeria that we should be paying ransom, that we should be doing so many things. So watch next week now, they will invite that man, and Gumi will come to television and begin to tell people, the man have his right, his people working with people, he's also protecting his people. That is what you'll be hearing, and that is the country we find ourselves. It's just that it's embarrassing. Honestly, it's embarrassing when you keep hearing what is happening in Nigeria. Then if you see yourself, you kind of asking yourself, am I truly a Nigeria? You can't ask yourself questions, because you have every right to ask yourself that question, because what is happening in Nigeria? It's not only, you saw what the one that happened last week. Every day you wake up in Nigeria, you keep hearing different stories. So for me, I'm just asking and begging government, if they know what they can do to make sure they bring justice to people who truly own the place, they should bring justice to them. But at the end of the day, me and you know that you just talk. Nobody's going to do anything. You just talk. Imagine how Nigeria citizens, the only sin they committed because they're from Nigeria, and they voted for the same people. The same people who is suffering this voted for the same government. They voted for them. So I don't have any much to say about it. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Mr. Collins, always good to have you on the broadcast. You know, it's amazing how the more the president comes out to say, giving the military full power, giving the military the order to clear out terrorism, to wipe out banditry and all of this, the more these people, are brazen with their approach. Imagine coming out owning, they even turn to the employers of labor. All right. Thank you, G Simon 137 for being here. No. I hope not too, but you will not blame people for feeling the way that they feel. I really hope that okay, we'll talk about that one later. Guys, do not forget that the chat comes up today by 1 p.m. Come, let's talk. Come, let's have a good roundtable discussion. Mommy Diaspora, thank you very, very much for being here today. Thank you for holding it down. Johnson Emmanuel, thank you. Chidi Domike, thank you for being here. Biodun Latif, yes, network problem. Thank you for being here. All right. James Morgan, Chima Obi, Cynthia Abayomi, Maki Rabo, Mr. Mark, how you doing? Good to have you here again today. Oh, I didn't see that message until now. Good to have you here again. Sorry about Saturday or Friday. Sorry about that, Mr. Mark. I hope you find time to come to the studio again. Innocent, hi, good to have you here again. Obano Sonny, how you doing? Mary Kimade, yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for asking and thank you for responding. Okay, Father Evangelist, man of God, thank you for being here. Osagovo is doing a quiet day with you. Thank you for being here. Mr. Edolites, thank you for being here. Thank you to each and every one of you. You watching, hi, how you doing? You watching the replay? Yes, I see you. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in to Niger Watch for our newspaper review. Thank you. I'm Vine Maxwell. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing? Thank you. We love you right back. And greetings all the way from here to you. Guys, please do not forget to do the needful by liking this broadcast, sharing, inviting someone. And also, guys, please support us by using the $ to the right in the comment section. Thank you very much. So my panelists, thank you for coming in today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your insightful submission today. Thank you. All right, Mr. Chris George, we've come to the close of the show. This is where you give your 1 minute submission to Nigerians.
Okay, my fellow Nigerian, what we are passing through now, our nation is passing. Every country have passed through that. Like yesterday platform, in this platform, we said this during the Russia civilization, as Joseph Stalin, when he got about Russia from Joseph Stalin regime, he find that Nigeria will be a safe haven in during the Russia time. So, no matter how, Nigeria is still our nation, and we are the one to change the narrative, and we are the one to make Nigeria proud and make Nigeria a better country to live tomorrow. Best thing to do that by vote the bad leaders out of the seats and replace them with a good one, so our country can better tomorrow. Because if we continue like this, I promise you, Nigeria will not last 10 years if we continue like this. But we are the one who are going to change the narrative and make Nigeria proud and be proud of Nigeria. Because now no one is proud of being Nigeria self. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Christian, thank you. Mr. Chooks.
Yeah, thank you once again. I just I've listened to what the last speaker said, and I can agree more with him. You know, the only way we can do this is to come out and tell ourselves the truth. Because like Peter B always say, an Igbo man don't go to different market, a Yoruba man go to different market. They all use the same naira. They all go to the same market. So if we get it right now, we can salvage our country and make it work. But if we continue the same way we've been going, I'm afraid we can't do anything. But I'm calling on everybody, especially the youth, especially those who have been sitting at home. The course that will take them 5 years, they will end up spending 6-7 years in doing it. I call upon them. I call upon their parents to think about the future. Is this why you are paying school fee for your kids? Is this why you send them to school to finish and come out without jobs? Let them think. Let the parents think. Let those who are supposed to be in school. I mean, we shouldn't be even talking about structure. What is structure? If I've been sitting at home for a good 7 months, not going to school, even if they ask me to be hungry for 2 days and stand and defend my vote, and stand and defend the votes of everybody that has casted that vote there, I would do it just for the rest of my life to be okay for me. And these are the people I am calling upon now to stand up and take back their country. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Chooks. Mr. Let Go.
Thank you, my beautiful sister there, Emma. All has been said. Like this last speaker, when I heard him speak the first time, he said, we have 2 countries in Nigeria where we have 2 constitutions. We have Nigerian constitution, we have Sharia constitution. How does it line together? We believe that Nigeria will be good. The Sharia law believe that if you mess up, they're gonna kill you. And we are living in together as a country. The earlier we realize it, the better for us. We are being intimidated by these terrorists, sponsored by the current president and the current regime of APC. So the earlier we know it, that it will get to everybody, the better we start preparing ourselves. They are recruiting young men and young women, 4 years, 5 years old, with sophisticated materials, guns, and bombs. So wherever you are, start recruiting your own people. Start preparing yourself. They are coming, so that you are not going to be overwhelmed when they come. I watched a video 2 days ago from Edo State. A man that employed an Aboki as a gate man, Aboki vandalized this man's house. Aboki destroyed this man, all the vehicle there. You can see the hatred these people have. So wherever you are, if they are in your house, if they are guarding your compound, if they are guarding your farm, if they are guarding your business, know that they know that they communicated and they communicate with their fellow terrorists. Just know that. In that house they are gardening, you don't know where they kept all this sophisticated equipment. Any day you messed up, they can send you to early grave. So prepare yourself while waiting for 2023. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Lego, thank you for that charge. Mr. Collins, please give your submission.
It's my sister. I'm not going to give a submission. I'm going to give an advice. My advice to Nigerians and also to the obedient people. There is this news keeps circulating when people and they have said a lot of things about P2B. First, they said Igbo president to Biafra, so many things, burning mosque. Now, the one that is trending for them now, using like Obi people are insulting people or terrorizing people online. And people forget about it even before you start, and you see the media helping them pushing that idea. Before you start pushing idea or reporting something, you have to verify first. A lot of people I can go and create an account with fake name. Somebody can use a different name and they create an account and be saying something about it. You think maybe the person that is saying that thing is who he is. He's not who he is, you understand? So, and when they keep pushing that idea, they kill people as supporters are ranting online or maybe being violent online. No, those things are lie, because a lot of people, all these politicians, they have paid a lot of people money, and you see people sitting on keyboard writing something or the other, and you think maybe they are P2B people. No, it's not P2B people. And somebody can even come online and be saying something. They maybe pay that person money, and the person will come online and be saying something. Truly, that person not even P2B supporter, because he was paid money to say so. So I just want people to not buy that idea, because you don't allow that to influence you, or that to demoralize you, or maybe make you not to keep your struggle. You understand? So my call to Nigeria is that they should keep fighting and keep their spirit. Coming 2023, they know the election already here. So we should do as much as we can to make sure that all these people, we vote them out. And by voting them out, we have to get our PVC. There's an announcement that people should start collecting their PVC. So if you know where you register your PVC, go there and check and get your PVC. Thank you for having me again.
All right, Mr. Collins, thank you for your advice, Mr. Collins. All right, guys, please do not forget we'll be back here. I will be back here by 1 p.m. for the chat. And you don't want to miss our roundtable discussion on the chat. Today's one has a lot to do with, well, I wouldn't want to say African mentality, but it is something that is held on to so esteemed in Africa. So,
sorry to say something. I want to ask you something. The last time we have a chat, right? On
yes, sir.
There's a sister of mine that I asked. I shared my email. She shared the email with me, so I dropped a message for her, but she never replied. I don't know. Maybe because according to her, you have her WhatsApp. Maybe you can be able to get to her, ask her to check her mail. You understand?
Okay. All right, Mr.
Thank you.
Collins. All right.
Okay.
I hope to see each and every one of you today on the chat. We are going to be talking about something that has to do with, I don't want to give a snippet, but I need all the African men to come out. Let's have this talk. Whether you are home or abroad, let's have this talk. And I need the women on here too. So, we can share our perspective and let these men share their perspective too. Okay, let me just give a snippet. Today we'll be talking about there was a breakup between a couple, and the reason for this breakup is because this woman refused to change her name on her documents, on her social media. She's an influencer, and she's like, oh, the name has been there, just leave it there, it doesn't matter. And the man is saying, no, we are married, you must change your son name everywhere. Well, this brought about a huge fight that they couldn't even, they couldn't find peace with that, so they had to go their separate ways. Now, this we women will say, but we're in a new 2020 century and all of that, 21st century and all of that. It doesn't matter. But why is it that you men are headstrong on this, and why is it that the women are refusing to succumb to something that has been there right from time immemorial? That we'll be talking about this on the chat. So no submission on this today, on this right now. Please come up by 1 p.m. I will be waiting for you. I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. So thank you very much for being here today. I wish you an amazing day. Have a better week, guys, and cheers to life. I'm excited about the conversation today. So I hope to see you by 1 p.m. today. Thank you. Have a good day, and bye for now.